Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one. Out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose That little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9. Christian McCaffrey looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Dolgala. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Panthers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Dolgala. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mark Hughes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Shaq Thompson here to pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Dogala. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Ian Thomas.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll drop the throw. And he'll air this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And 7 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Panthers 0.
Touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
His throw caught at about the 5. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
And it's 3rd down.
Throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he returns it in enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. K1 Short, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On the play brings up 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
A gain of
the end result, 21 yards.
First down, Panthers.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He was brought down by Jeff Black.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3-yard pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll set up to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. I think probably just trying to draw them off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to get around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. A give. This is Cook. On the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
brought down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Cousins.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
32-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up second and 4.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They'll run with McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Again, it's Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And big loss here as he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Dolgala. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And some room to maneuver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
On the carry.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Dolgala. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. Hit. Double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Vikings 21, Panthers 14. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Jeremy Chin there defensively. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Cousins hands to down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Third and 7.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Cousins to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Brings up 3rd down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.